Okay, so we want to say thank you to all our viewers across the world, those who watch our videos. We are so grateful unto you. And if today is your first time coming across our video, we will plead with you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You share this video for others to also have the opportunity to learn from some of the content that we put on our channel. And today I have a young man with me. He has a testimony, he has an experience, he's been through a lot, and I believe that you are going to be a blessing by listening to his testimony. That is one. You are going to also get some kind of experience to get some knowledge when it comes to drug abuse. You are welcome.
Thank you, sir.
You speak up a little for me. Your name?
My name is Benny Cornelius Delali.
Benny Cornelius Delali.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you come from?
I come from Keta.
Keta and the Volta region.
Yeah, the Volta.
Okay, so what's your level of education?
That's SHS.
SHS.
Yeah.
And that's all?
Yeah, and that's all.
You completed, you came up with flying colors?
No, I failed.
You failed?
Yeah.
Why?
I think it was the drugs that made me fail. Couldn't focus on my studies.
Okay.
The smoking, let's say marijuana per se. So I couldn't focus on my studies.
Okay. How old were you?
As at that time, I think I completed 2017.
Mm-hmm.
So as at that time, I was 21. Let's say 20 years.
20 years.
Yeah.
And you started drugs? Or you were doing marijuana?
That's, yeah.
Okay.
But the age I started marijuana 2016. That's way back in SHS. It was a friend who introduced me.
Okay.
To such stuff.
I've interviewed a couple of people and everybody is saying a friend introduced me to it. I don't know what your friend told you about marijuana.
He didn't tell me anything about it, but we were in the same science class.
Okay. So you were a science student?
I was a science student.
And you wanted to experiment?
Yeah.
Or what?
Yeah. To science, we experiment a lot. So he gave me the way he behaves. So I like the way he was so high when he comes to class. People will be learning. He closed their books. He can even knock them without him even fearing. So that kind of...
He had some kind of courage.
So
he doesn't fear anybody.
He doesn't fear. He will laugh. Nobody will even do him anything upon doing all those stuff.
So you wanted to also be...
Yeah, I wanted to also... I think as I saw that, I loved it. So one day he came down, let's go to the bush. He wanted to show me something. So we went and he took... I think it was leaves, dry leaves in a paper. So then I asked him that what is it? He said this is the weed. That's how we used to call it.
Was it your first time?
That was my first time. I think the weed was even the cigarette. I didn't know because the house I was coming from was a Christian home.
Really?
Yeah. We pray a lot.
In the house?
In the house. It's the Church of Pentecost we are attend. My father was on the house at that time. My mom was a deaconess.
So it means in the morning you do your devotion. You were brought up from a Christian home.
A pure Christian home. Solely Christian home. There's nothing that I could say.
Okay, the first time you tried marijuana, how did you feel?
Okay, the first time, that was, we call something puff. That is the way we pull.
So when you pull, and you inhale,
that's the puff. That people say 1 puff, 2 puff.
Okay.
That's our hand. So I pulled one because I was new to it, so I wanted to test my strength on something
and see how far you can go.
So I pulled one. I was not feeling anything. Then my friend said, "You wait, it will digest you. So you just wait and see how you feel." So I tried second, third, and I saw my mood changing. But that mood, I don't know how I could explain it. But I was walking, my walking changed. I saw that I had a new strength in me.
A new strength?
Strength in me.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was sacked from SHS, the boarding. I fought with my SP way back.
Was it because you smoked?
No, as at that time I was not smoking. But no many so kakra, let me use the local. No many so kakra. So the guy doing that thing, I said no, then this can even boost.
So that day, were you also able to enter class to misbehave like that?
Yeah.
You did same?
They threw a book at me. My mouth got burst, but the way I was so high, I couldn't even feel the pain. So it was later in the morning. I was sleeping in the bungalow. I was sacked from the boarding house. So a teacher took me at their bungalow. So I was staying in the bungalow now. So I had a chance to go to town, move everywhere because there's no restriction.
Okay. Yeah. So after your first puff, you misbehave. It continued.
It continued from there.
Now, was your friend taking you to buy or you?
No. Now, there was. I think the guy saw that. My mentality was okay. The guy was trying to use that. I was so intelligent. I was brilliant. So I thought that the guy was trying to use that thing to destroy my life. But upon he seeing that no, it has taken me to a different realm altogether. He tried advising me to stop, but I still loved it. So
the one who introduced
me
was he realized that you were.
I'm too high than him now. I was too high than him.
So he wanted to advise you
to stop. And me to know the way I got hold of the thing. Don't want to stop.
Okay.
So anytime I want him, I will be pressuring him to buy it for me. He doesn't want to give me. But there was a guy in the class who used to do it. That day we went with that guy. So we were three there. Then he said, okay, if you need it, now I'll go and show you in town because I was no more a bonda. So now, that was 50 pesos as at that time. They farm it in there. That was just a kind. That's why I went to SHS. So they farm it in the town. So people sell in their homes, the ghettos. So the guy took me to an old man who used to sell.
Correct one,
so strong. 50 pesos, so small. That's how I started.
After school, yeah, you were still smoking?
I was still.
Your parents got to know you were smoking?
They got to know.
How? Who told them?
No, that was when I was informed to about to go to Form 3. That was third term when I started. That was year 2, third term.
Okay.
So I tried taking, we were about to vacate. It all happened later exams time. So I couldn't even write my exams well. So I decided that, okay, this thing, I have to take some. It was Kaso I was staying. My father used to work at Jasekan, so he was transferred. But as I was schooling there, I can't leave, so I have to school there. So I tried bringing some home, so I took some home. So as I got to the house, per my behavior and things, they didn't see that I smoke, but the way they used to see me, I'm no more like that. The way I'll talk to my brothers.
Like you talk to them?
Anyhow. Then my brothers were like, even the way my voice was.
Your voice changed?
Yeah. Then one of my brothers said, Junior, I said, you say now to you. They were doubting. So my brother first reported it to my father. I didn't know that the way Junior came back from school.
Junior's behavior has changed.
But that one, I didn't know they were giving my father information. So I decided to smoke. But I'll say, in a way, the smoking helped me to see something. Okay, now, I heard that they said if you smoke outside, police will arrest you. So
you were not smoking outside?
I'm on it. So in the ceiling, the way they roofed our ceiling, you could stand inside per my height. The way I am, maybe electrical fault, you could climb inside.
Okay.
Yeah. And per my height, I could stand straight. So I decided that if no one is in the house, I'll climb through the roof and be there and smoke.
So let me understand. At home, you enter through the ceiling.
And we have an opening.
So you go there to smoke?
I go there.
Was the place not hot?
It was hot. I had my phone. I love music. So as I climbed there, it was so hot, but the way the roof is so light that you can stand.
Okay.
You feel so free. So I decided that is where I will smoke now. So as I got there, I was having my music. So I saw at the top roof, they don't plaster. The blocks at the top, they don't plaster that place. So in between, and I saw a feathers. And I was doubting, what will a fowl come? It was not a bird feather. Looking at the feathers, you see it was a feathers of a fowl. So I decided pulling the feathers out, and it came with a padlock, with fresh blood, and that carries
in the roof.
In the roof, and the way I was even to see there was a small opening.
Okay, so your father owned that house.
My father owned that house.
So who put that in there?
And so I'm about to. So as I brought the thing, I came with a padlock, but the feathers have been tied to the padlock, like I think 2, 3.
With blood stains.
Blood stains with the cowries on it hanging in there. Then I was shocked. A Christian home with this. But we used to live with more of our extended family. That's my mother's side.
Okay, family members. So they used to live with you.
So as I brought the thing out, then I called my dad. That this is what I've seen. Then he said, what did you go and do up there? I said, oh, I have to lie to him quick. I said, oh, the TV pool was not working. So I went into. Then he said, okay, I should get down and urinate in. I should find something and urinate and put it inside. So I dipped it inside. But my mother's side, we used to stay with the extended. But the way they were looking at me that day,
when you brought that thing out? When I
brought that thing out, I reported it to my mother, my grandmother, the church, and other staffs. The way they were looking at me, I was so shocked.
Because where the thing was, it's not easy for.
Then I was saying, so it was. If it was not through this smoking, will I see this? So from there, I feel the idea, a boosting me more. I feel the action there. Now no more smoking the roof again. Now I decided I'll make it my something that God I worship, because it has helped me see something I couldn't see, because we were all in the house there. But if it was not through that smoke, I won't say it is a good thing, but I think through that thing I was able to see something.
So the smoking was your God.
Yeah. And now we go to church. They will pray, I won't pray. They will say go and give offering, I won't give. All is that.
You keep the money.
Yeah,
you want to keep the money for drugs.
To buy the weed more. So right now the church, I don't even give reverence to God again. It came to a time I said there is no God. God, me myself. Nobody. Then they were asking me that how did the universe come? I said we came to meet it. Once I came to meet it, I'm in it. And there's no one to tell me that God that created it.
Colonials, where were you getting money to fuel your marijuana life?
And we had a big supermarket at Kaswa.
It means your father was rich.
He was so rich. God has blessed. I don't know his source, but per what I know, God has blessed him.
And he was providing for you.
And that means we ran the shop on a family base. I was so hardworking.
Okay, so workers of that supermarket
we were running it on a family base.
So I mean, workers were family members.
Yeah. The workers were family members.
Okay, go ahead.
So maybe if I take over, maybe from the morning I open, I sweep, I arrange everything. We are the people who take the money. So
you are behind the counter.
We are all behind. We change.
All of you.
All of us can go.
It was very big.
So it's a big one to, like, let's say 3 of this. Okay. 3 of this. It's a big supermarket.
So when you get the money,
so I know I'll get it.
How do you know you get it?
We are the ones who make the daily sales and everything. So as I get there, if it is 100 cedis I want, I can take. 200 cedis I can take.
Did your father notice someone was stealing the money, or it was not easy for them to find out?
It was not easy, because it's a big shop, and I think a day 2,000, 3,000.
That was then.
We make. That was then. 3,000, 2,000. So if I'm able to keep 100 cedis, nobody will know.
So, fueling your marijuana life, how much were you spending in a day?
I think as at that time, as I started new to it, I used to buy 2 cedis. That is the 2 cedis. You get 2 Rizlas inside to wrap. So
you get what?
The Rizla, that is the thing we used to wrap.
The paper.
The paper is called the Rizla. It's not a paper.
It's not a
paper.
It's
a thin, slim paper.
Oh, okay.
That we use in wrapping.
So when you buy 2 CD, it comes with
2. So it means you can get 2 rolls inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you are okay with
I'm
just
okay
2?
With that too. As times went on, I progress. I have to buy a parcel. That is the parcel on my own.
So you
no more go to the ghetto again.
Okay, so you bought some which can last for how long?
Oh, if I buy the parcel, it can last for months, because that one, it hasn't been processed. I just break it, process it, take the seed out, and wrap. So it can take me months. Yeah.
So in a month, how much were you smoking?
Oh, in a month I could smoke like not less than like 300 cedis, 500 cedis.
But you were getting more from the supermarket.
Yeah, yeah.
So the rest of the money, what do you use it for?
The rest, I think the prostitution I go for. I go for the prostitution. So
you had a girlfriend?
I didn't have a girlfriend.
So no, you don't have a girlfriend.
I don't have a girlfriend.
So,
I said I was masturbating. So I don't.
Okay, so let's finish
Okay.
with sleeping with prostitutes. Okay. So the rest of the money, you go and sleep with them.
With them, yeah.
How much do you pay for prostitution?
Okay, as at that time where I am, that is Liberia camp. Kaswa to Liberia camp. That is 15 cedis. You can guess. We have a general price. As times went on, it was something regular I do. So they increase prices, like the way maybe fuel prices rise.
They also increase. Okay, so when you pay
price.
15 cedis, how many rounds?
That is one, and it's within a time limit, 5 minutes. So if you are on it and that 5 minutes is up, you have to pay extra.
If you have not released,
you have to pay extra per the woman you take. Maybe you say, oh, just add 10 cedis or 20.
Okay, so I add 20 cedis to it.
Yeah.
And I'm still on and I don't come.
You still have to add. So it's your money.
So 5 minutes, it's just like renting a bicycle or something.
Yeah. So we have people who even take 10 cedis.
For a long...
No. Like, let's say, if you go in for the woman, maybe I want to go with you, then you ask her the price. You say it's 15. You can bargain with her. Oh, you pay 13, you pay 10 cedis. Yeah. You have people who pay 10 cedis.
So, in a day, how many ladies were you sleeping with?
As I completed school 2017. It was once.
So every day you were sleeping with?
It's one. Yeah.
Every day. Were you doing it every day?
It was, I think, I'll leave it, if I'll stop, maybe I'll break within 2 days.
And then go back again.
Go back.
Why were you not interested in getting a one lady?
I used to masturbate at the age of 7 years.
At the age of 7 years, you were masturbating?
Masturbating. But that one, as at that time, I haven't produced enough sperm, so I only arouse myself, but sperms don't come.
Who introduced you to masturbation?
No, I thought it was something that came.
It just came?
Yeah, it was.
At the age of 7 years, I'm doubting.
Yeah.
What came in your mind? What was it?
I'll be there.
You saw two people having sex.
No, I'll be there, and I feel like, yeah.
Who taught you?
Nobody taught me.
It's like you're not being frank to me.
Oh,
you're not telling me the truth.
I'm telling you the truth.
Who taught you?
Nobody taught me.
7 years.
7 years.
You started masturbating, and that's all.
That's all.
And how long did you? Till the age.
Till now, I do it.
When was the last time you masturbated?
When I came here, I didn't have any source of maybe pornography or something, and I don't see ladies too around. So
it's good Apostle Washington is not bringing ladies to chosen rehab. If you should see ladies,
even the nurse, I could look at her in a way.
The nurse,
I'll speak the truth.
You can look at her.
Look at her. I just want to find a place so attractive within her that I could keep in my mind. That is how the masturbation works. Maybe you see a lady so nude or naked, then you're able to keep that nude. Maybe I saw her thighs. So without the pornography, I could still masturbate. Upon seeing your thighs or your breast or somewhere so attractive, I keep it in mind. So as I hide out, I arouse myself. So as I am arousing myself, I pick the picture.
You imagine.
Not imagine, the picture I kept.
Okay, so you imagine having sex.
Not that I imagine having sex, but mine is so different that, like, if I find somewhere so attractive on a woman, I'm able to keep. Maybe I
keep it in your mind.
So as I hide out, then I'll be.
You imagine, okay, this is what I saw.
This is what I saw, the next bottle. So that's what I'll be using.
You like bottles, eh?
Oh no. So that's how mine is. Mine was so spiritual.
How long have you been here?
I think
6 days.
6 days.
So the last time you masturbated was 6 days ago.
6 days ago. That was in the lady's house. It was through a lady who brought me here.
So you were in the lady's house and you started. What did you see about the lady?
The lady, she didn't know. So I ran from my father's house to her house. So she told me I should sleep in her house. So
you slept on the same bed?
No, not in the same bed.
Okay.
One of her rooms. So she was coming to give me, but the thing she was wearing was so short.
Okay.
First, I captured it in my mind. So as she left for work that day, nobody was at home.
And then you started playing back. Then you have a very big memory card in there.
Yes,
and you were able to record the things you saw about the lady.
If it was a breath, even at times sounds like the sound of a beat, even will make me.
When you see or you hear the sound of a waist beat, can let you masturbate.
I can use it too.
Cornelius, are you serious about what you're telling me?
I won't lie to you. I'm so serious. There's nothing to hide again. So the beat she was wearing, as she was walking in the hall, it was shaking, and I was picking the sound of the beat. So per what she was wearing, I added all. I combined the two end. So without pornography,
she was wearing beats.
Yeah, she was working, the sound of the beat.
No, so you kept the sound too. How are you able to do it?
Mine is so different, so I don't know. So if people talk about masturbation, I think mine is different from theirs.
Are you telling me the truth?
I'm telling you the truth. So without pornography, I could still masturbate. We have people, they masturbate with pornography.
Do you masturbate with pornography?
I do it.
You watch pornography?
Yeah. So when that medium is not there, at the age of 7, that's how I started. Even my mom's pants, I could wear my mom's pants to masturbate.
You wear your mom's pants?
My mom's pants.
And you masturbate?
And I masturbate.
Have you seen your mom's nakedness to masturbate before?
Yeah.
You see your mom's nakedness and you masturbate?
She told me to bring her water in her bathroom.
She was naked?
She was naked. First, I picked it.
You picked it and you went inside to go and masturbate?
Yeah. So when there's no one at home, as at that time, I used to sleep with my brother. So when they go out to play ball, I don't like to watch football and those stuff. So as they go out to play ball, that is the only time nobody. I want to do it when nobody will. So nobody knows that I do that till now. My brothers, nobody know.
So if they will know, it is today that you are telling me.
That I'm telling you.
But I'm concerned about you seeing your mom's nakedness.
Yeah.
And you masturbate. You have sisters?
I have a sister.
Have you seen your sister's nakedness before?
I've seen my sister's naked. I'll use it.
So when you saw your sister's nakedness and you masturbated
my auntie, my grandmom. Oh, so they never knew. They don't know.
Colonials?
Yeah.
You saw your grandmom's nakedness?
Oh, I've worn my grandmother's pants to masturbate. My auntie, they don't know. So as they go out to town, I search through their bags. The panties that look so attractive, I take them, I wear it.
You've worn your grandmother's pants
before. I'm telling you the truth. So mine is so different. Not that I'm lying to you just to gain fame. Where will I take the lies to? Yeah. So if like this lady, the lady who took me to her house, if she washed, she'd have washed her pants down.
You could have worn. So you were wearing ladies' panties?
Yeah.
Were you wearing and taking it out?
Okay, that time I wore one out was my mom's own. That one, as she was coming, that was way back 10, 12 years back. We are Sunyani, born Afro. So I was in the room one day doing it, and my mom opened the door, so I have to wear my knicker together with it and come out, because at that time, if I were to remove it, she will see it. So I have to wear the nika with her pants.
So you wore your mother's panty out?
Out. But nobody knew.
Till today you are telling
Till
me?
today I'm telling you. So mine was so different. I don't like to see a woman. I don't like to say this is my girlfriend or something. Even in the classroom, I hated ladies. But I hated them not because to make them my girlfriend. I hated them. But in the classroom, if you're a lady and you don't sit well, you open your legs. I'll pretend as if I'm not looking, but I'm looking. So as I get home, as at that time, I didn't have a source of pornography. So that was the way I could. Yeah. So madams that teach. I've answered with plenty of my madams. Some will come in so sexy.
You said you have.
No, I per the masturbation. That's how I see from my perspective.
Your female teachers.
Yeah. So as they
you see their body. You picture it in your mind.
It in my mind. As we close from school, we go home. I'm so sharp that I could still keep.
Why don't you keep the things you are taught in school rather?
I don't know. So that's how it is.
Did it ever occur to you to have sex with your sister or anybody?
Yeah. My sister, I tried it with her. She was so young, she didn't know anything.
You slept with her?
Oh, that one was not sex,
You slept with your sister?
As at that time, I didn't sleep
Cornelius.
with her. Oh, I'll be open. There's nothing to hide again. Let me explain how it was. As at that time, I didn't know that sex will penetrate. Okay. Yeah. Just sleep on her and the waist. The way you think that as we were small, mom and papa, you sleep on the lady and think you've had sex with her. So as I saw, I saw my sister's private part, I kept it in my mind. So as she's not around, I tried it with her once. So as she's not around, as I looked at her private part, I kept it so anytime I want to do it, I hide out, recall the private part of her.
When you all grew up, did you ever try?
With her.
You wanted to do something like that?
Yeah. That was way back in 2018. But she got angry, so I didn't try it on her. That was when I started the Ashawu, because I was saying...
you were not getting again?
I was saying, if my own sister...
Did you try on your mom?
No, my mom never.
Your grandmother?
Never.
Any of your siblings?
No. We were 4 boys, 1 girl. My sister was the last born.
So now it was a show.
Yeah.
You were watching pornography.
I was watching pornography. That was when I had access to phones. That was when I started the pornography. But as at that time, I didn't have phone. I could use my mom's phone. She won't be aware. After that, I delayed the history.
Okay.
Because so maybe they can go through the history and see
get to know that you watched.
So as I finished that, I would delete the whole history. Delete everything, so nobody will see that I watch porno on my...
Which of the porns were you watching?
Oh, at times, I could use the pictures or I watch the videos. Yeah.
So, watching a man and a woman having sex? Okay,
that one was severe after. When I bent, I think 2018 there. But as at I was so young, that time it was only the man and the woman.
And then you graduated to which one?
I graduated to watching animals. Man with animal.
But what is so enticing about animals that you want to
just
watch
to
a man?
Arouse.
No, because animals like a dog. What is so enticing about a dog? You want to see a man having sex on phone with a dog for you to masturbate. What is so enticing about it?
For the edge, for more to arouse me more.
So did it occur to you to also have sex with animals?
Oh no. It didn't occur to me.
You were watching gays as well?
I was watching gays, lesbians. But lesbians were the more.
Why were you watching lesbians?
Because the way the intimacy between them, watching them is so high. So as I watch that one, it arouses me more. So I could do 2, 3, 4 times upon watching the lesbians
in a day.
In a day. But every evening, since these 6 days I came here, I think from let's say from 10 years to 24 years of my age, 2022 now, every evening There is no evening, so it came to a time I have to take my own room. I sleep. No, I won't allow anybody to sleep with me again, because every evening I'll do it before daybreak. Let's say maximum thrice.
You watch
So before morning,
you watch the porns on your phone, or you still do the imagination?
The imagination is when I'm sleeping. Now I can't wake up to watch the porn. But if there is the need to watch the porn, I'll watch and do it before I sleep. So
because now you have access to your own phone.
My own room, I have my own PC, everything. So I do it on my own.
Were you a gay?
No. But at times I feel like I should be a gay.
Why? What makes you feel you should be a gay?
Because I was not having feelings for a woman. So
but you were sleeping with prostitutes as well.
Yeah. Oh.
So but you felt you want to.
I felt before I even burnt my father's house.
You burnt your father's house?
Yeah. Before I burnt the house, there was a waist bead. I was wearing a waist bead before I burned the house.
Colenius.
Yeah.
You bought waist beads?
Yeah. I've worn waist beads. It became something normal to me now. When I'm there, I feel like wearing it. Yeah.
You wear waist beads
around. Nobody knew.
So what was it doing for you? You shake it to get the sound?
No, as I masturbate and I feel it around my waist, it's give me more pleasure. That means I need things that will give me more pleasure to masturbate rather than taking a girlfriend.
Were the prostitutes, were they Ghanaian?
Ghanaians, Nigerians, and I don't take I think older than me, 1, 2, 3.
You want small?
I don't want the small girls.
Medium.
People grown-ups. That you won't find a young girl like 18 there. It will be hardly you find some there. All you see is 20, 25, 30s, 35, 40s.
How old are you now?
24.
So you wanted the older ones?
The older ones.
What was so special about the older ones?
Okay, the older ones, they get time for you. There was one time I went in.
What do you mean when you say they get time for you?
Okay, it's like a work. The prostitution is a work.
Okay.
That's her workplace there. So the more you pay, the more she gets time for you.
So what do you mean by time?
The time is the money, as we say.
Okay, so even if you pay 10 cedis, she gives you a lot of time.
No, the money is the time. If you pay 100 cedis, you motivate her more. That means if the money they take is like 15 cedis,
and you are paying 100 cedis, so they will get time for you. It means you have enough time.
Enough time. So the more your money, the more time you get. So if you are on it 15 minutes, and okay, if you pay 15 cedis, that is 5 minutes. That's short time. That's how they call it, short. Call short.
Oh, okay. That's the short.
That's the short time. So as you pay the 15 cedis short time, let's say within 3 minutes, 5 minutes, you should. 1 hour bro is the 5 minutes.
So if you don't release, what happens?
You don't release, you have to pay in more.
If you don't have,
you go, they sack you.
They will push you off.
Push you off and leave you there.
Educate us a little. I don't know about prostitution, but are you allowed to change styles?
It's the money. The money determines the style, the time. So
tell me more. So okay, we are on social media, we're on TV, so we don't want to go deep, but styles. I understand there is a position called, is it doggy?
That's the doggy. That's the common among the styles.
It's common. How common is doggy?
That means that as you are doing it, maybe the lady sees that, okay, me as I go in, I have money access to the shop.
Okay.
So before I will go in, maybe my 500 cedis is on me.
Okay.
Per what I want to go in, because I'll drink, I'll smoke, I'll do styles before.
Okay.
In a night, I could change 3 women a night.
You go with this one, and then you go. So the doggy, at what point do you?
That means that is when you have paid the lady well. Let's say she's demanding 20 cedis. As I went in, I saw that is the money that will make them,
that will motivate them to give you more
So
positions.
now if I go and you say maybe 20, maybe it's rent to swap. We have people on mess.
Hey.
I could give more. Now I'll say, oh, you let's go. I'll give you 30.
Okay.
Just for them to get the time for me.
So that you do your.
So as you are there. Then she say, oh, you just add 30. Then she'll give you doggy. That's the common styles among the prostitute. Commonest style among the prostitution. So there is the money they want.
So you pay 30, you are on top.
On top, then you say, on for 10 and count, I mean, my doggy.
But why is doggy expensive?
I think the normal
maybe
size,
I have to ask my producer June. Maybe he will be able to tell me why.
The normal style. The normal style is just you lie down. But
that one is 30. But if they will tell you, oh, add 10 so that I give you the doggy.
The doggy.
But why do you want the doggy? Since it's the same hole you
no, but that one there's more pleasure in it.
In doggy, yeah.
The style give the pleasure. You know, sex is pleasure.
Hold on.
If you don't understand it.
Hey.
Sex is pleasure. There's if you are able to, even we have licking, the price for licking.
Hold on. You are please forgive me. So doggy, you add 10 to this.
No, per the woman you meet.
Okay, so some can demand doggy
more than
20
cedis.
Okay.
Somebody will say, okay, everything you want, 50 cedis, 100 cedis.
What is everything? That is
anything you want. You want the woman to assume to say suck you. You want her to hold you, to change the style, to stand.
Okay, all styles.
All styles.
You pay 50.
No,
depending on the woman.
The woman.
So she can say, okay, you, I want to be considerate. Okay, pay 50 cedis. That was then. I'm sure by now it will go up.
Oh no, that it depends on the woman you meet
and the area. So somebody can take 60 cedis and give you all styles.
All styles. Somebody will say, okay, give me 200 cedis for the night.
So that's throughout the night.
Throughout the night.
Have you had throughout the night?
Oh, I've slept throughout the night.
In your room?
Not in my room.
Where?
At the
hotel.
Place. At the hotel, we.
Oh, okay. So throughout the night, you were having sex with the woman.
Yeah. You do it. We have it. You say, okay, we agree that I came in 9, so I'll leave 6 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
So, first round, second round, third round. If you think you.
How many rounds were you going?
Oh, maximum I could go 2.
2. What? 2.
To say per.
But one you will be 10.
Will be 10.
Why? Now fed you were taking drugs.
Before I go, I will smoke.
And you take aphrodisiacs.
Aphrodisiacs. We have one.
Don't mention the name.
Okay.
Before someone will also go and get it. Okay. So you were taking all.
Yeah.
Were you licking the women?
Yeah, I lick. They will say, oh, the more you do it, they will say, oh, I had a woman they will have customers.
So you were a customer?
I was a customer.
Customer.
I'll go in and the ladies are rushing me. Then
because you pay.
I pay. So people will be doubting, this small boy, why are the ladies rushing him that much? I pay.
You lick them?
I lick them. Just for the pleasure, and they also lick you.
Okay, so the linking also comes with extra cost.
Price. But me, per the pleasure I want, I'll lick the woman. That one, I don't have to pay her. Because as I'm licking you, I'm giving you pleasure. So I don't have to pay you for me licking you. But you
are good when it comes to licking.
Yeah. So
you are saying yeah.
So for she to lick me, I have to pay her.
They call it sucking.
Sucking, yeah.
To do it, you have to pay her.
That one I'll pay her.
But licking is free. Or you are good in licking.
No, not that I'm good in it. To add pleasure to my sex, I decide to lick.
Is it a story you heard somewhere?
A story. I won't hide anything. There's nothing to hide.
You mentioned you burnt your father's house. Yeah. Why?
And that one, even in this my state, in my addiction state, in some way, I won't say I was normal. In some way, I was still normal. In what sense? One, in the morning, they are condemning me. Okay, yeah, we are four. So we are four and one girl. Now, me na me second. So adechia me na me den. Even they could see it here. Adechia me and me fe pride. I pray. Then those they think they are normal in their normal state. No matter.
So now was into now one day.
That be, but it shouldn't be so. And coming now, I should go wayward. And he say me who answer say me den. Me fa prior pra. Me chichi bafu me say. And I'm the one who even works more in the shop. In San Juma, I didn't like the school, so I'm the one who works more in the shop. Okay, near Bobo, I will explain why I burnt the house. Me see ya now.
You burnt your father's
my
house.
My own father's house. I focus.
No. Are you normal?
I'm normal.
Are you okay?
Oh, I'm okay.
Okay.
So, yeah, we run the shop on a family base, but at times family friends come. So. There was one time I worked. They don't give me access to the money. So before I'll get money, I was restricted because they were saying that is the only way they could cut the smoking. So if my brother is there, now so bright, say me, mommy will run to them, 50 Ghana. He give it to me, I buy more down. So now the 50 cedis, if it is the parcel, I buy it down because I know now they don't give me chance to the money.
So that you process that one
down then. So there was one time a family friend came here, half work. Then my mother was going somewhere. And she left the store for the family friend.
Whilst you are there?
Whilst I was there.
The reason is that your behavior.
But it shouldn't be so. Even in my addiction and those stuff, I was so normal. Come here and store you arrange everything. You come and everything is so intact. It was through that the lady who brought me here. That's how she was able to see me.
Okay, so because they brought a different person who was not even part of the family, you got angry.
I got angry. So no be any fear. There was no one. My brother was at school on the third one. It was only my brother who was at UDS, who was at Thomas at that time. So he left to the shop, and I went. But that time he was not the one he was not the one taking the money. He was just around. So I got to nobody was there. I bought kerosene, I bought foam, I bought tray, and I soaked the kerosene with the foam so enough. Threw it up. I told you could stand in the scene.
So you light the fire.
I light and I threw it to the corners.
In the room?
No, I stood in the roof. I bent it from the top. I told you I could stand in the roof.
So you bent the house?
It was not the whole house. I focused on only my parents' part.
Okay, so you wanted to burn your father's room?
Room, not the whole house.
And leave the rest?
The rest.
Okay, and what happened? You were able to, you succeeded?
I succeeded. So
the whole room, or is it the whole house?
No, only theirs.
Only like, their room?
The whole chosen. Then I bent only this studio. That's where my parents were. So
you burnt your parents' room?
Burnt everything. There was money, clothing, papers, documents.
You burnt all the documents?
Everything burnt totally. There was nothing they
called the fire service.
The fire service, as they came,
everything was gone.
Within 30 minutes, everything, and people were shocked. So people were doubting that I was the one. People would say it's the boy, but
people were accusing you. They said
somebody would say it's not him because how can he burn his own father's house? What will his father do him? Then
but it was you.
It is me.
So you are telling me now that you burnt the house. When your father came home, what was the feeling like? Okay. You saw your father. Did you regret doing that?
I didn't regret because it's a revenge I took on them. Scanner no my ben. Yes, sir.
So now, do you regret burning the house?
In some way I regret, but in some way no. As at that time, I burnt it and I came back.
Did you stay home when you burnt the house?
Oh, I stayed home. That night I slept in the house. They have to cut the meter. There was no light in the house. I still slept alone. Nobody slept in the house.
Everybody left the house?
Everybody left. I was the only one, house owner. I now own the house. They left the house for me. So it was later that church and families came in to help clean the house and pack some things out.
Do you regret doing that?
Oh, I don't regret because I say why you be
Cornelius, now, today.
Oh, today
do you
dear,
regret?
I regret because in some way my father nearly died in it. My mom too nearly died.
You wanted to kill them?
Not that I wanted to kill them.
Do you wish they died?
No, I don't wish because I could suffer as at that time.
Cornelius, do you know something?
Yeah.
Before we can continue with this interview, I want you to look directly into this camera and apologize to your mom and dad before we continue with this interview.
Okay. Okay. Mom and dad, anywhere you are, I'm so sorry for what I did. The pain I caused you. I'm so sorry.
Are you sincere about what you're
Oh,
saying?
I'm sincere.
You are now in the rehab center.
Yeah.
Choosing rehab.
Yeah.
Now you don't get to smoke again. So I'll come back to how you feel now. But were you still going to church?
Oh, I was so prayerful. Even that day, the way I danced at church.
The day you burnt the house?
That was Friday. That was Friday. So
you burnt the house on Friday.
Yeah. So
and you went to church on Sunday. And you were dancing.
And I was dancing. Then people are in so.
Your father's house is burnt down, and you are dancing. Why were you dancing?
Oh, because what I did,
you were happy.
I was happy for what I did.
Oh yeah, papa. Oh
me papa. Me ba bi so mo adwuma.
There be o adwuma de obey ba oh you correct.
Oh, I'm correct.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
And were you were a Christian?
I'm a Christian. I was a Christian.
But now
I was as at now I am, but as at that time I was not believing in God. That was the time I was focusing on those chakra, sun worship, and those things.
You were worshiping the sun.
The sun, yeah.
You started worshiping the sun. Why?
Okay. I saw it's like, okay, we have elements people worship. People even worship trees. And so I was reading stuffs. As I was not going to school, I was reading stuffs. I was reading things online, YouTube videos, ancient things they used to do. That means before Jesus came, what the worship they were doing, ancient things. I saw, okay, people used to worship the sun. So in a way, I try to also follow those paths.
Now you don't smoke again. For 6 days
For 6 days now. Nothing has entered the body.
What are you going through now?
Oh, it's not so severe. People were saying turkey, but me, I don't feel that.
But the craving is there.
The craving is there, but as I came in, I think since I don't get to smoke anything, the prayers and things they do, I involve myself much in it.
Cornelius, you have a story. You've done so many things. Was there a way you wanted to go into blood money?
Yeah. That was after I burned the house. I decided that, okay, now, what do I do for myself now? I can't be walking hopelessly, aimlessly. So there was a man who I used to do this studio things, music, DJ. So there was a man who introduced me. So I told my father that now this is what I want to go into sound engineering. Once I don't want to be working, so okay, my father said, okay, you burnt my house and I'll still help you. Once you are my father, I was still okay. So there was a man who used to go to church with. He was a DJ. And he knew a man who was doing the sound engineering. So he took me to the man.
Okay.
So as he took me to the man was teaching me small. He was teaching me. The man was even advising me to stop. That was 2019. I burned the house 2019. Yes,
Just 2019.
So 2020. It was 2019, 2020. So anytime I go to the man, per the man hearing my story, he thought he thought in a way I am so bold, because people who could enter those secret society and things, you can't go with the physical eye.
So he wanted to go into secret society.
No, it was that's why I'm saying it. It was the man. Anytime I go there, we should go here. Let's do this. So there was one time he invited me to. Per what I saw, it's a stage. You have to pass here before.
And you were not ready.
And I was not ready, so I have to stop there. Sound. It came to a time when I stopped. The man sent the man who introduced me that he should come and advise me so that I come back. Now listen to what the man said. He said, "Edu nipa kunkura me ohoma." Then I was doubting. Nipa kun.
It means you need to do human sacrifice.
So in a way I said no, the studio. Like 2,000 that my father paid for the sound engineering course. So in a way I was seeing that before I would complete that sound engineering course, then he has taken me somewhere.
Okay.
And my parents wouldn't even know. So I have to stop. So the first stage we got to was a church. That means that it's not any church we step in. They will be mentioning the name of God, but
he took you to a church.
A church.
But they were doing sacrifices.
Not sacrifices. It's a church like the way we sit with our Bible. But the pulpit, then this one, you don't sit on. Anything you do, they say, "Kokoto papa anymore." Yeah, kokoko anymore. And the way they will talk, the way they will do their things. If you are somebody who thinks far, because in some way they won't tell you. Nobody will tell you say yanko, but so from there I have to stop, and so the smoking was no more coming in. It was just this 2021 that I just started again. So 2019 through to 2022.
You were on hold for the smoking.
Yeah.
But 2021,
as I got access back to the shop. Now they saw that I was not smoking again.
So they gave you access. And then you started smoking again.
That was I was getting money and stuff. So I was able to keep money 120,000.
On you?
On me. I gave 80,000 to a woman. In some way she liked me. So I kept that 80,000 with her.
80,000. Where did you get that money? Was it from the shop?
From the shop.
You were stealing small, and you were able to gather 120,000. And you gave 80,000 to the woman. Who was the woman to you?
The woman, I loved her in a way because
she was older than you.
Older than me. Her husband is outside.
Her husband is outside the country. Yeah. So you were having sex with the woman?
No, I've not had sex with her. But as she come in, the way she relates with me, because my husband, so
you fell in love with her.
I fell in love with her.
Was the woman also in love with you?
She was in love with me, everything. Anytime she come to the shop, even her cap she wear, my husband is on it.
But you call my husband?
No. You know.
So why do you think she loves you?
Oh, you see, let me tell you something. You see, you should be able to read some signs. You get what I mean?
So the signs you were reading between the lines was telling you.
And as I take the money to her house, per the discussions we make and everything.
What are some of the discussions you have?
Okay. Let's leave it there.
So where is the 80,000?
The 80,000.
Is it still with her?
No. My dad took police and per investigate. The store dropped because they saw that
they realized that a lot of money.
And I'm the one who stays in the shop for long, aside my brothers coming in. So the investigations were going as I go to the drinking spot because I have the money now. Even my mobile, I don't fancy phones and I use just Yam. So you even know that I have such. My father was so shocked.
They were able to trace to get the money.
The money were all there. They took it. The lady was keeping treasury bills. She was doing treasury bills. I had 30,000 at GCB, 112,000 on my Momo. So, Scadi me. So anytime I go to the bar, I say open I say per club, Charlie man, we say per Lumo man, we say per king size. I throw parties. So not knowing they were spies, so they were telling my father that no, much of the money is sweet. So one day I was in the house and my father brought in a police here.
They arrested you?
No, they a way of
just to scare you for you to tell them.
So I have to tell them. So within that day they cleared all the 80,000. But I told they took 80,000, but they left 30,000 for me. And that 30,000, I wasted no. That was just, it happened just this March. March 2022.
Oh, Cornelius.
So through that, I have to run to the lady who brought me to the choosing.
Who was the lady to you?
The lady, okay, she too, in a way, I thought she loved me because as I was in the shop,
So you'll be happy.
Me was store no bar. There was one time she came in and she has opened her zip.
Okay.
Mommy when oh better I didn't know a zip say nobody was in the shop.
And she opened her zip.
We being say no tande.
She was a customer, a regular customer. So her zip was open.
No, we be and you say ebia ya tum say you and a zip na bio. All tande we be zip ni say no.
She opened it from the house or when she got there?
She brought her car.
So when she got there, the zip was open.
When she was buying the scene and the 9 or 10.
Like how you've opened yours.
So read signs.
So you were seeing everything.
Oh me who but just no attacking, no way be. So at times the signs will tell you something. I know where I'm coming from. What you saying? And I said, lady no, on pay me an idea, can be 80,000 a coin. She should tell me, say no, it's for your father. Take it back. It's what J.
Okay, so the one who brought you here, were you in love with her also?
In some way. That's why I was able to run to her house in the midst.
She was in love with you as well.
I can't tell
with her.
I'm not in there.
She's older than you.
Older than me. She have 3 kids.
Is she married?
She's married. I think per my what I know, her husband is a lawyer. Yeah.
So she brought you.
She brought me.
She likes you so much.
Yeah, in a way, because as at times we go to work in a farm. For some weeks I was with her. So we go to work as we are coming. She tell me that today they made them on our bed down. Me know the bed down made them who. I'm doubting. Mommy, then I'm mommy party. I say, oh no, me made down crying them. You have plenty rooms. He said no. Yet motor so bad. And then made them on our bed down. Me know the bed down them.
You sit on the same motorbike.
Yeah, as we go to the farm, it's motor we take back to.
Who is the rider? You?
The rider was a guy she also helped.
So both the 3 of you will be on one bike.
On one bike.
And you are
be at my back. I'll be
now we feel film.
We feel film. I am said that the mechi etwitwi ni kakra na. Say no for na the mechi kakra.
Oh, I say 20
no for
no dey be ko.
So yet moto no so na ene dia me dem ho me no na be da me pa ni so me no na be da dem ho.
A married woman.
So on one
she was the one who brought you here. So I think so pay you.
Yeah, she wants my
still you so craving. Is your father where you are here?
He came here.
Yesterday.
She discussed it with my dad before bringing me here. But as she was bringing me, she didn't tell me this while I was coming. Like I won't come. So
if she had told me she's
that
bringing
you are coming
you to a
rehab, I won't come.
Why?
Oh, because I know rehab there, you won't get the chance to.
So your father was here yesterday?
Yesterday.
Did you see him?
Is it yesterday? It's yesterday.
Did you see him?
I saw him. We just chat, and I will try to convince him to take me. He said, "Could you stay small?" So that, looking at, I wanted to convince him for him to take me now.
So that you go and continue.
Me can do fear no me but in fact, I have to still stay and go through the process.
Okay, so please just go through the process.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Most people I've interviewed from Choosing Rehab, they keep promising me, I'm going to stay. I want to leave. Do you want to quit drugs?
I want to quit because the day we were coming in, I saw the state of a lady lying there. I said no.
Okay.
I do the best and why won't I aim for something better and stop?
Okay. So, we wish you all the best and we'll keep checking up on you.
Okay.
Yeah, God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
So this is Cornelius. Very chilling. At a point, it's sad. At some point, we had to laugh. If you have not subscribed to our channel, kindly subscribe to our channel. And then Choosing Rehab, their number is on the screen. Just pick the number, call them. And if you have things, food items you want to support Choosing Rehab with, please feel free and bring it here. Toiletries.
It's a place everyone should be.
Yeah.
Prayer, your prayer life, activities, you won't get bored at this place. Because
Okay.
time to time you wake up to pray, time to time you eat fruit session, studio session, you won't be bored.
Thank you for talking to us. So please, if you have not also subscribed to any of our YouTube channels, kindly subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah.